Hello guys, it is Duke, and welcome back to an episode of Duke Builds Creatively. I am so pumped to get into today's episode because, well, I read some comments and I know exactly what we're going to do. But first of all, what have we done? Well, we've done a little bit of work over here at the barracks, and it's an interesting amount of work. You know, there's no walls. What? Hold on, guys. What is this creeper doing over here? Buddy, you... Oh my gosh, that's weird. Okay, but what have we done? We've done a little bit of work for the whole structure of this place, and we've done the roofs as well. Now we just need to figure out the walls, and I have tried, and I've torn them down, and I've tried so many different ways to figure out these walls, and I just can't come up with something right now. So I'm sort of taking a break on the barracks, guys. I'm gonna come back to it, but for right now, I really can't think of what I want to do, so I'll come back to that at a time. Well, I really like how this roof turned out. As you can see, it's more detailed than you think if you start to look at it a little bit more. Originally, I just had the nice, smooth-looking build, and it was alright. But here's a little tip, guys. If you add slabs, you know, occasionally that aren't patterned or anything, they're just sort of random, it really helps the roof. Like, I wouldn't have these right there if I didn't add the detail. It would just be flat like this, and okay, that looks alright, but it's not really detailed. It's just super large and flat, and I didn't like that. So I added this, and it's gotta say, it turned out quite a bit better. As you can see, it's just about in every single part of the build where I can possibly put it, and I really like how that turned out. So that's pretty great. But like I said, I'm sort of stalled with what I want to do here. But coming on over to the bridge, because I had a comment, lots of comments about the bridge actually, saying it was too thin. Also that there wasn't enough color. I had the wood, but the wood the contrast was too strong. It was just too much. And I thought, okay, well, let's see what I could do. So I widened the bridge, and I feel like it looks a lot better widened. It's a little bit flatter, which is okay, I guess. Because we've still got a decent arc below it, so it's okay being flat. And we added some fence, which I feel added a little bit more color into it. It doesn't make the wood stand out so much. It sort of makes it seem like it's a part of the build, which is really cool. And we have some vines, which, yes, everywhere. There are vines everywhere. I really need to go through and put some string in some places, because while it was growing, it looked really good, but now it just looks maybe too overgrown, if that's the thing. But you guys did just see that. Look, that's so cool. You can see the top of that, the barracks over the walls, which is going to be really cool, because you might be over here, like working in the town, and you look over it and you see the top of a building, but you can't see the rest. It's just going to really make for some nice sort of viewpoints from the city, and I'm really excited to get over working in this district, because this one's almost done, if you think about it, guys. The barracks is about the only main build. The rest of it's just going to be walls and other like littler stuff like that. But the barracks is just sort of what this area is. So that's really cool. But what are we doing today? You're probably seeing a little bit of wool. And yes, guys, I looked at the comments, and there were a few comments saying this area needs more color. It has the green and it has the gray. There's a little bit of blue for the water, but other than that, there are no colors. And I'm like, okay. So I thought about it. And I'm like, what can I really do to bring in some color here? And I thought, flags. Medieval flags, guys. What a great idea. This could really work well. Maybe having one like hanging down here. Oh, I feel like that could be pretty cool. Maybe one on this side as well. Oh, and maybe one right there. Oh, there's just so many rooms for them. And we can have different types of flags. One that hangs down. One that just sort of blows in the wind. But what I really want to do is like one right here. I want to do one just sort of out and about. I feel like that would be pretty cool. So I'm going to dive in, build a number of flags, guys. I'm using designs from a guy named iBob, which I actually did use a design of his right there, because I'm not good with those smaller, like, detailed. I'm really good at going big. If it's a big structure, I can nail it. But if it's not, then I struggle a little bit. So I'm using his design. The post should be pretty much mine, but the flag itself he designed, so I'll link him Great guy. Check him out. Making great content over there on his channel. And you should really go check him out. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, guys. So there we go. There we go. I like this. I think it has a really nice feel, and it just adds quite a bit to the kingdom. It's just going to really look really nice once this becomes a flourishing city, because then we'll have all sorts of houses, and we'll have the same colors just about everywhere, which I feel should be pretty cool. You know, purple it like symbolizes royalty, so I feel like just having that everywhere is, you know, a pretty cool thing, because, you know, who's saying that all of our citizens can't be flourishing with every sorts of thing? I mean, you know, we've got access to the sea, which means good trade. You know, we've got probably tons of fish. We've got tons of lumber. You know, this place has to just be rich. So, you know, purple sort of fits, and white's really nice. It goes along well with it. In comparison to the other wools, I really couldn't find anything that worked too good. Like magenta and pink, maybe, but it felt like it was going to be like a dollhouse then, and that's not exactly what I was going for. So, excuse my phone. Phone going off. But we made a little post here. It's a little bit different how I built this, guys. It's not just like a normal straight up post. It's a little bit more organic, just like that bridge over here, and I feel like I demonstrated this sort of build a lot better here than over there. I mean, that was just a, you know, really issue the first time we did it, but this, you know, it looks really cool. It's got a nice base here, as you can see. You know, there's like little bits of stone that sort of maybe have like fallen down into the water, and I feel like that gives it a nice little look rather than just being a perfect circle. We have little elevation changes here, then in with the wood, which gives a nice little contrast there. Builds its way up. It's got sort of a strength part here, which sort of just symbolizes how that this thing could be held up in with the wind and waves and all sorts of things that we could, you know, imagine would be crashing up against the surface, because, you know, if the sea's right out there, we're going to get some decent waves. So, and we have a nice little top here, very symmetrical, but I feel like it works. And then we got the top of the flagpole in the flag, and this is like iBob's third design maybe, or fourth with the flag. It just really looks really nice. So props to that guy. He really knows how to make a flag. So glad I got to use this, and hope you guys have enjoyed. This has been Duke. I'll see you next episode. Subscribe if you're new, because there's plenty of this coming out on my channel. I'm enjoying every bit of it, and I know a lot of people are, because of the amount of comments I've received on this series. It absolutely blows me away. So thank you guys for everything. You're amazing. Have a great day. Goodbye.